Hi everybody, welcome to yet another video of vintage TV and radio stuff. And today I've got two small radios that couldn't be more different, quite frankly. One is from the 60s, one is, I don't know what this is. I'll show you more about it in just a bit, but let's first of all focus on the radio to the left. This here is a Magnavox 8-transistor AM radio. It was made back in the early 60s, around 1964. Comes in a really nice looking leather type sleeve, jacket, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, it has no battery, as you would well imagine, and I'll show you later inside where the battery goes, and the reason I'm not going to slap a battery into it is because it's just a battery that's not common anymore, and it's rather hard to find and kind of expensive too. But let's begin with this nice leather, I guess, case. Has the handle. This was where the price tag was, by the way, this little piece of plastic here. I didn't cut that off yet. I think this unsnaps, if I'm not mistaken. And underneath there, if you can see that, get a little more light on there perhaps, there's the earphone jack. And I'll pop that back on again. There. Okay, let's take this off and pull it out here. And there is your radio itself. Pretty simple operations. Volume control and the tuner. Of course, where you used to tune things in on kilocycles. The old KC on the far right there. That's kind of neat. Plus you've got your basic Magnavox crest. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. Not too much, I guess, but I'm going to bring it up a little closer here. It's kind of a neat little crest. And perhaps we'll get a little closer in just a bit to show you that as well. But let's pop the back off and I'll show you the back of the radio. And there's the back. Really not much to see. There's the Magnavox logo. I'm not sure if that's for air circulation in the back, the little ribs in the middle there, or maybe to give a little more sound for the speaker. I don't know, but then you've got your crest on the bottom again, the Magnavox crest. And here's what it looks like inside. It's got your basic AM antenna there, speaker, tuner, and all the other transistor-y stuff in there. And here is the stats on the radio. It's the AM-81. And as you can see, it has the recommended battery replacements. The most common one that I looked up online is the Everready 206 battery. And if you look down here, it's, you know, about the size maybe of a C-cell. But when you put a C-cell battery in there, it doesn't fit. Plus, it doesn't have enough voltage. This needs 9 volts. And that Everready 206 is a 9-volt battery. Obviously, transistor batteries came along a little later for this particular situation. But if you go to the internet and you look up Everready 206, you will find replacements. But they are kind of expensive. And they're sometimes a little hard to come by, too. So that's why I'm not going to bother getting a battery for this. Besides that, I'm guessing that this radio probably won't necessarily work because some of the circuitry might be a little old and dried out, etc., etc. And also, if you want to look right there, there's some information, the serial number on the radio and stuff like that. So, cool little radio. But unless I have a spare, you know, 25 bucks in my pocket that I want to probably waste on a radio that really won't sound good or work, this will be a nice little showpiece radio, and that's about it. Okay, let's turn our attention to this thing. As you can tell, it's a piece of bread. And it looks like a sandwich, actually, because I think we see some tomato popping out of the sides and a little bit of lettuce. I don't know if there's any meat in there or not, but maybe on the side we'll see the meat, because it is indeed a Pepperidge Farm sandwich radio. And there is ham, I think, right there, actually. This is something that I looked up, and I do not find anything. I cannot find anything on the internet about this. My guess is it was something that you could maybe get if you sent in, 10 bread bag labels from Pepperidge Farm bread and $3.95 for shipping and handling, and they'd send you your sandwich radio. But on the side you've got your tuning and your volume control, AM and FM switch on the side, and headphone jack on the top. No speaker in this radio. And on the back, of course, you've got room for 2 AAA batteries, where I always put the Dollar Tree batteries because we always use the best. All right, this is going to sound a little weird. What I've got is a pair of headphones plugged into this sandwich radio, and I've got the headphones positioned over the microphone of the camera I'm using here. And we're going to see if we can hear something when I turn the volume control on here. Okay, there's this. This is generating music and sound. And
O'Reilly! Don't risk it. Grandma, you ought to hear the baby notice. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel. Put my feet.
Performance and relax.
To fans, I do declare that.
Well, I'll be darned. It actually doesn't sound too bad and picks up quite a few stations. You can't really tell. Well, I'm sorry, I guess you can tell, actually. If you look on the side here, it does actually give you the frequencies. And I'll see if I can get it a little closer here. You can just see on the edge there the frequency of what you're tuning in. So that's kind of neat. So yeah, this thing actually doesn't sound half bad. This is the Pepperidge Farm sandwich radio or bread radio. Prize you won maybe or something, or a premium to give to people who stocked Pepperidge Farm products in their supermarkets. I don't know. I found it at a Goodwill. And it reminds me of the circuit breaker radio that I also had a video on a few months ago, and I'll put a link on the description of this video if you want to go check that one out. Very unique novelty radio that works pretty darn good, actually. And that's going to do it for our video today of vintage TV and radio stuff. Like the video, make a comment below, or give us a comment below if you like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and we'll have more vintage TV and radio stuff videos down the road. Thanks for watching.